Hello everyone, how you doing today? Thought I would show you some creations here and some new stuff here. To start with, this is by TheScriptHD, and this is the Skaar-Outrider T2. It is more of a starter CV, I would say. It's got a lot of upgrade options. Just kind of like taking a look at the general design of it. It's kind of got that wing format. Looks like it's got some spots here to add some launchers. Right now it just has kind of deco antennas there in its place. Um, Quite a few turrets. Nice hangar area in here as well. Spot for artillery, I would say. So that would kind of sit tucked in right over there. Um, no, I think this looks really great on the outside here. Cool looking ship. I like these extra blocks, these thin blocks here, kind of just making those seams there like they're air intakes or something like that. And the use of these air intakes over here, I've used these quite a few times myself. I do like those on a creation. Um, let's go take a look at the inside of this here real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna dim the light, see what this looks like here now. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, this looks really nice inside, I think. Lighting looks good too. Like I do like that. It kind of everything kind of pops where you got something to look at no matter where you're staring at, so you don't get any areas that are just kind of like blah, like one area looks really nice and then the other area is kind of like no, this just looks great. All kinds of detail added in here. Little things too, like this ladder out of nowhere that hops up to here to throw people off the edge. Yeah. I love it. That is cool. Ammo controller reading in the floor. That's an interesting idea. Actually, works pretty good. Recipe for meat burger. Oh, look at that. Some very helpful stuff too. Especially for new players to the game, so they know kind of what they can make and like what they should grow. So it's basically saying, hey, this you're gonna need this for a meat burger, which is a great source of food in the game. Um, so let's see, the core is right at the bottom of the elevator. Let's just see how. Oh yeah, that's got some stuff sealing it in there nicely. Yeah, head upstairs here a minute. So basically, yeah, it looks like you just get to a bridge over here. Let's see, and then your warp core is right there. Warp core is spaced away from the elevator, which is good. So you shouldn't get fried on that. Um, yeah, no, this is a really cool design here. Let's see, just about the 320K, just a little bit short of 320K on that controller. This one's a little different here. All kinds of information on what to do to upgrade the ship, and then repair bay, constructor, repair station, T3 extenders. Um, yeah, no, this is cool, and the full medical suite over here too. So all your fun stuff there. Spot for a shield. Those are always fun to fit in a small ship. Um, and yeah, no, it's very cool design. This is in the Skaar collection as well. I will add a link to this on the description. Um, just wanted to show you the ship here, the latest from TheScriptHD. And he's made quite a few Skaar creations now, so that is cool. Let's get some daylight here. Um, Now I've been tinkering with things. I had very little time to really work on stuff. I made some new concept miner. Um, I got to shave like teeny little bit of CPU off from it right now to keep it at tier 2. It's slightly over, but this is the first time I wanted to try out these other alternative drills. I noticed they changed in size a little bit. They're now 3x3. I think when they first came into the game, you could only have one, and it was 2x2, which was incredibly awkward to put on anything. So I just never bothered. But now that they have changed, or it allows two, and then the sizes went up a little bit, I thought I'd give that a whirl and see how it worked out. Anyway, this little bugger here has 20K harvest storage, and let's see, this is the ammo controller, about 1500 ammo, fridge, detector, Wi-Fi, O2 armor locker, couple turrets, and a single minigun up front here, just to shoot some wildlife, I guess. Not really for anything else. So there's something in your immediate path, and your turrets are preoccupied shooting other things, then, well, have at it. Shoot like the ground troop or something like that, or the whatever. So this thing, how does it work? Well, let me. As in the drills, I'm skeptical on these drills because I've never used them, but here, I'm going to get to about 1.5 meter height. I just wanted to give this a good, I want to see if I get stuck in here or not. I was curious on how much these drill out, so I'm really low right now. I'm not so sure this is going to work again. I only went one block above the drills too, so I was really careful on that, but it seems, let's get to 1.5 meter height. It seems I'm getting really just completely stuck, which is kind of scary. Let me try this again. Don't want to get stuck. That's why I build all these miners really small, is so you don't get stuck, because this can be a real pain in the butt if you do. And again, first attempt with these new drills here too. First attempt for me. But yeah, I gotta say, this isn't working. I'm just literally continually stuck here. It's like they don't clear enough area away from the sides to allow the ship through. Huh. Well, that sucks. I wanted this to work. I'd be like, yeah, you can make a miner this way, but yeah, now it's... Or maybe I just got to be at a very low mining height? I don't know. Yeah, no maneuverability. Yeah, this would be a chore. This would be a chore to mine with, I think, unfortunately. Well, I just built this, so it wasn't a big time-consuming project or anything. Just wanted to see how these drills work, but to be honest, it doesn't look like they clear enough away around the drill for you to utilize them very nicely. I'm going to give this one more attempt just to see if maybe there's a trick to this. I was kind of excited that this could be a... Man, what are you, stuck in there now too? Oh, for God's sakes. You just don't like to maneuver very well, do you? Here, so we're at maximum height. Let me, okay, we're out. I'm going to go down to a pretty low hover height. Let's try 1 meter. So normally, on the conventional miners, normally would go at 1.5 meters, which is fair, but I just wanted to see if these things worked okay or not. But it seems to just struggle with this and get stuck profusely. Well, I think this will just remain underground here. Yeah. You can see that those drills, I thought these things cleared more of a radius away from the drill, because literally, I guess, I do have some blocks on the sides for some trim and deco purposes. Yeah, I hardly ever use a multi-tool to do this anymore. Oh, I got all kinds of blocks on the side. trying to give it some looks, but man, I thought with these big drills that literally extend past the edge of the ship that I would have at least a one block leeway on the body of it to keep it trimmed up a little bit, or in other words, so it doesn't get stuck. But I can see that is not the case, which again kind of sucks. Just trying to make sure I got all the side blocks away. So that took out that stuff, and I can't really do much about the top right now. I guess I could move the cockpit forward and lower it down a square, but then, you know, what about the turrets? They got to be able to shoot over stuff. Let's see, did that make any help or difference in this? Let me start a new hole. I'll try to go at 1.5 meters too. I can't see what I'm doing. I still can't see what I'm doing. All right. I don't know if any of you guys ever messed with these drills. It looks like they would clear out the area good, but they just don't seem to. Yeah, stuck again. This is at 1.5 meters. Let's try 1 meter. Yeah, look at that. They just... I don't know what's up with that. But it just isn't doing the job. Alright, well, I gotta say, probably won't use those again. They just don't seem to be effective. Man, look at this big area though. Like it's all carved out here, but I cannot like just push forward. It's not getting the mining stuff like directly in front of it. Like these drills, for some reason, it's just leaving all these chunks behind that get you perpetually stuck. Or maybe I got to go slower. Maybe I'm just trying to go too fast. You know, now it's actually kind of working. Mostly. Makes a pretty nice tunnel. I guess it did quite a bit of drilling there, but I don't know about this one. That's what I get for trying new things. No, it's a good learning process as well. Well, anyway, on this part of the video, I want to try to I got to get something for Excalibur's challenge. I've been failing at every single bike thing I've tried because I'm trying to do different stuff, and it's not really working. So I'm going to go traditional bike here, I think. Small starter like bike for the challenge. I was trying to be all fancy, trying to do different things, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I guess I wasn't, I've been really struggling on a bike. I know a lot of people aren't struggling on building bikes, and it's a cool, fun little challenge and everything like that. It's just, for me, I don't know what it is. I just do not know what it is. I'm just like, all this is kind of, like, I don't know what to do that's different. Alright, so anyway, we're going to get a cockpit in here. And, okay, so this one is going to be cheap, so I don't think I'm going to use steel either. I'm going to use the little, these little guys here to move around, so I don't need thrusters. And I'm also going to, I think, build the hull, or what blocks I do have, out of carbon substrate. And I want this thing to just get around. I'll probably have a gun on, of course, because I've got to have guns, but it's like, what could I do that was different than the other one, though? And that's where I really am struggling. So that's what I did on the other bike, is I ran these up here. I better get into symmetry then too, eh? Oops. Kind of trying to build out some kind of cage around the cockpit, or like framework more or less here. And any full blocks I have left will probably end up, I don't know if I'm going to put a cargo extension system on here. That'll make it higher size class. Well, not size class, I'm sorry, unlock level. And this thing is meant to be dirt cheap. And I think you might need some other kind of resource. Maybe not. Probably not. For the cargo extensions. Alright. Let's try to just keep this thing sharp. Pointy. I would go on symmetry, but I hate working with symmetry when you're this close up. So now that's very similar to the other Skaar bike right now. I did the same thing, and I kind of went down over to here to add in some hover stuff. I had one in front and two in back. Maybe those shouldn't come up there. Alright, so I think it allows a maximum of 4 of these. That would look kind of weird there, but well, let's see what happens. Then getting the back ones out, see, I want to get a little bit of width here so I can have these side hover thrusters stick out a little bit. Let's try going with a bunch of these thin blocks here. And then I made that kind of stupid there. So let's put in a couple of these. Alright, so where would the back hover engines go? And can this operate with 3 of these? Is that going to be enough? Man. I just kind of did that so I could base one out. So we had them there. So it allows a maximum of 4 of these as well. And I don't think that's appropriate there. Let's actually, gives me an idea to use this weird block here. Make like a little frame there, or you can like get in in the seat. Let's see up here. I don't know if I like that or not. Maybe if this bottom was replaced, angle like that. So the whole reason I want these side thrusters out is for stability, because if you keep everything so tight to the center, it'll get wobbly with the roll, and I kind of want to avoid that if I can. But I also think this is best served by being an ultra cheap creation. I try to get too technical with this, or try to add too much to it. It seems like it's kind of actually a side effect, or it doesn't come out quite as how I'd want it to. What can we do here on top of these? I wanted to keep this kind of thin and light. I look kind of strange now on it. I'm gonna have to connect those. Let's go with the thinner version. Build like, I don't like the round thingy. Alright, so let's build a little frame thing around these. Oh, what did I do? I did that all stupid, didn't I? That's not going to work well either. Well, maybe. Now, because of these hover engines, the ones I'm using, it does not need any thrusters, which is kind of neat, especially to keep the cost down. I think this just needs to be a full block here, though. Full thin block. You know what? No, I need something better here. It's got to have a frame that comes out. So if it went like that, I know this is going to be so similar looking to the other one. I'm a little worried about that. Okay, so these corners, the only like block of this shape is actually a round, which I think should work out okay there. But it makes a nice little connection around the sides. Okay, and then what to do at these tips. That. Alright, so this thing would need some parts too. Fuel, generator, core, all that fun stuff. And it's dinky. It's just a dinky creation. God, these things stick down a lot too, don't they? Okay, for generators, this isn't going to need anything but that tiny little generator. For HVs, oh, actually, it doesn't need a big fuel tank either. So let's get rid of the big fuel tank. a small one. I guess for now we'll put the fuel right below. Generator. Kind of want to keep that away from where you get in and out of it. Maybe put it way in back. Try that. Another utility feature, I think it probably should have some oxygen. Let's give it 2 tanks of oxygen. It's going to be really tight, isn't it? I want to get the core in here yet too, so let's do that. Get rid of all of this. Add in a core. Well, technically, it should function already. So let's get a little mundane part on here. Some landing. Ooh, that's going to be problematic now, isn't it? I do plan on doing some more with the sides here. Don't worry about that. I'm just like, can we put landing gear directly below hover thrusters? Okay, yes, it would need more blocks for sure. Let's just do a little. Let me grab a color palette here. Okay, then we're going to do a mass replace temporarily with default. Alright, let's give you some fuel. Yeah, not at all concerned about CPU at this point. I don't think this would be something that you do concern about. Okay, so this thing builds 4 minutes and 52 seconds. As it sits, probably go up though. Oh, let's give it a little bit of height here. Wow. Well, it certainly gets around good. The maneuverability is insane on it. It's got a little bit of a roll, but not too bad. I guess, you know, of course I'm hitting the roll key there, but let's see what you do for leveling out. Now in creations, if I'm going to have a tilt between the front and the back, typically with something that's not a miner, I would like the tilt to be on the back side. So the front stays up a little bit, so you can kind of catch a wave and kind of more or less and jump over something or whatever. All right, so this actually functions. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't hold anything. It doesn't have any stuff going on here. Extremely vulnerable. Let's see what we can do cosmetically here to maybe change this around a little bit. What I'm going to do, I think, is reverse what I got going on there and go with these larger pieces. Also remove the ones up there. So another accessory you're going to want is probably a spotlight. I don't think you need to be any kind of crazy high level for something like that. cost. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I don't like these things on, so what I'm going to do instantly here is go and make a general control here. Spotlight. And then we're going to get into the logic on that one and set it to spotlight. Okay. Don't have to screw with that any bit more. I do got an open block over here for something, so maybe like I pull this air tank there and put it up front. One thing I like about the air tanks and the fuel tanks and things is I like the little framing that's on there. It kind of looks like it actually works for this kind of stuff a little bit too. I don't know if I want the, see, I'm trying to use a lot of these thin blocks and keep this thing light. But I kind of want to have that core tucked in better. So let's pull that for now. And lower this back down over here. Both sides. And maybe that part's kind of sucky there, so I can't get another part there. A block because of the side trim I have going on. So what can I do about that? I got an idea. Let's use another strange block. This one here, which is double height. So I kind of get two blocks in one that way. And that doesn't work out so well then. So let's try another weird block. How about this half height with the beveled edges? And replace those two with that. Okay, so now that block actually is probably not cool anymore. I'm going to try to cover the core up, I think. So replace that with these. And I'll leave that, I'll reserve that for something else yet. Yeah, gonna have to do this. As in, yeah, there's not one of these that's just an angle that's a half. So the only one like it is this one. Which will probably work. I guess adds just a smidgen of detail there. Just pull those out again too. So I don't like how that's lining up to this other stuff. Well, we can put something back. Okay, how about a seat back? Better served with this. And then maybe out to that. Okay. I'm just thinking of what blocks can fit with this. This can. That doesn't work. This can. That works better-ish. So I don't like it sticking up over the frame over there. Okay, so maybe that's the good, not a good angle to be using. Oops. Let's try a couple of those. And, well, you know, maybe the same block I did have there ready. And, okay, so that needs to go, and that needs to go. So do I run full blocks here like that? Not cool enough. Okay, so those are no longer visible either, so I can go bye-bye, and let's put in maybe another one of those. Oh, this is where I think I'm going to have an issue. Or not, actually. That fits quite well. So now the engine seems like it's sticking out a little bit much here, so let's move that. I'll put that in one of these, different open row over here, I think. Should this have a gun? Of course it should have a gun. Oh boy. Don't know if I want it there though, or anywhere really. I don't think I can put something directly above. I think that will screw you. Out of God mode. Let me just jump in the seat and get out. Kind of worked. Sit on the ground. Yeah, I might squash you though. Because I'm in God mode here, well, in creative, I should say, it doesn't screw with you. But I had that problem trying to get out of the one of the miner I was making that was themed like T-Rex's, many of T-Rex's creations. Okay, this doesn't work anymore over there either. Alright, and then on the back here we have opportunity to add in something worthwhile. It's your fridge. They're on lock level 1. Let's grab the right kind of fridge at least though. So I added O2, but it's got no O2 station. Maybe that's what needs to be back here, but I want it to have a fridge too. Can I have it? Am I just asking for too much here? Not going to mess with an armor locker. I don't think that's needed for such a low tier, cheap creation. oxygen. I think I'm being blind right now. There it is. God, it's a big bulky thing. I think it's half the size of the whole vessel. I don't want that like that. I don't like it like that either. Yuck. But yeah, you know, function over whatever else. So what do I do with my fridge now? Whatever. Man. See, I like all these like trimmy blocks back there. I didn't want to get rid of them. It's like the only thing that's working here. Oh, I forget. There's some room up here too. And that looks dumb too with these. I don't mind the landing gear where they are, below the hover engines, but the fact that it doesn't look like they're connected to anything bugs me. So what can I do about that? Let's go with a couple railings like there. And then God, that's about all I could do there too, is it? It still doesn't look like they're connected. I could put in this the bottom like that. But I don't know if that's going to disrupt the landing gear or not. I'm hoping it doesn't. God, I hate where that fridge is. Should it even have the fridge? What am I looking at here? We are 5 minutes and 52 seconds. Unlock level 3. Huh? Or, you know what? That sucks there. So, let's put the fridge in a weird spot. What do I do with the fridge again? Why do I keep losing fridges? Because I'm blind. That's what it is. It all has to do with that blindness. Okay, so the fridge is part of the hood. Interesting concept. And I think that's about it for parts. Oh, this has no gun. Well, it has no ammo either. This is a scout, okay. I prefer looking at the frame. I went all funky here and tried some off the wall block. Nope. Have to be. Nope. That even look good? Not really. Tube open. Now something else. I guess it could have a little bit of detail up here somehow. Could put in a little bar there. A couple of these little things connecting it. Since that area is cleared out, I can put something back over here again. Wanted that, so I can put in a little roll bar kind of thing there. Alright, so you literally got not much. So 2. Well, okay, so what if that was out of there? So I wanted to get some guns on it. But, well, you know, if I do that, it's going to make it a higher tier. Hard to get, well, maybe not hard to get in. I guess they're a little bit spaced away. Yeah, but if I put in the guns, then I'm going to need ammo storage. And that's not going to be fun. Not on something that's this tiny. Unless we put in... Oh, you know, if I put in the ammo storage controller... just testing something here a minute. Oh, gosh darn it. Still off. Well, that looks dumb. No, I would have to do it a different way. Nah, okay, you're an unarmed scout. That's just, I'm trying to go too small, I think. Speaking of smallness, where do I park all the other vehicles here? Oh god, I got stuff everywhere. Drive through a bunch of these. I had a little display set up, I thought, with all this new stuff, and I had one of these bikes parked there. But maybe I'm thinking of the around the city area over here. Conglomeration of a bunch of creations. Yeah, here's the bikes. Just wanted to see how this compared. Size-wise to the Outrider. Certainly smaller. That's for sure. What was the Outrider looking at? Outrider is about a 20-minute build time. This one is about a 6-minute build time. Alright, a couple more blocks back in here. And quick texture job. Oh, I wanted this one. I'll put that there and here. And connect it with a couple of these. Texture all that to start with, and what might look good on the sides here. Looking for a texture that can line up somewhat. About that there, and maybe that there. Do that one like that, and maybe that will just stay the way it is. Here, I'll try symmetry just to save a little time here, but a couple little texture lights. Okay, and I can put a block back in there too. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's see any other major textures here. Probably some lights here. I hate the squareness there. Couple symbols. Just need something there too. That. Yeah, a little bit of that. Something in the corners. Or should those be lights? Yeah, that don't work out so well. Or not, I don't think I'm gonna get what I want there for lights. Alright, oh, yeah, this whole part isn't textured yet either. thingies there. And this top one. Alright, so color. Let's turn off textures, and this isn't very big, but I'm going to try to get some kind of toning in here. I don't know, it's like a baby one of these. Very much a baby. Let's see. One more block here. God, is there anything fun I could do with this? Rather than just doing what you think I'm going to do, maybe. Anyway, I could take that and... yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, I can fill this in with straight wedge blocks, but that's so boring. I want something else here, that so I can see the frame around it at least. So maybe maybe like that, and something like that. Oh yeah, this would be a nice spot for the old pirate symbol. That texture. Oops. I'll give us something here, maybe a texture light there. Okay, so we're going to do replace all on that with, so I get rid of any of the carbon substrate textures left on here. I don't know. Anyway, that's an idea. Again, an ultra cheap little bitty thing. Still don't like this square edge here. See, now this is the one time, although I typically don't appreciate it too much, the armor locker is actually half the thickness of this, which I think might work out better, but I still don't like this here. Guess. Or let's try to get in a curvy version of that. And I don't know, some kind of texture. too much. Oh, it has no texture lights in back. Oh, and these textured terribly, didn't they? I squeeze in anything weird here. Yeah, like this little blip. Tiny little blip. And this, I don't know, this to me looks like it should be darker. Maybe this should be lighter. I'll leave that part dark though. Okay. Alright, so we got a fridge, O2, unarmed, with the spotlight, get around, explorer, bike thing. That's very agile. Considering it has one tiny little fuel tank, it's got 560 some minutes, and this is while I'm moving around. It does handle well. Let's go give it a mountain test here. See what's the steepest part of this mountain. Yeah, let's try to go right up that. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, I know you're only like level 3, but you can climb a mountain. You can even barrel roll. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. Fly you like an SV. All right. Well, anyway, I think that's it for me today on the video. I got one last question here too. Now I might submit this one to Excalibur's challenge because I'm out of time, and all my previous attempts of making things I just didn't really come out to be bikes or whatever. I might tweak this one out a little bit more though. I'll see if I can mutter around with some of the cosmetics a little bit more. Maybe get some kind of flare or something over on the front here. But I think for being ultra cheap, I think this will work. It's nothing special. It doesn't look terribly unique. And I feel bad about that because why I was struggling so bad with the bike is I wanted to make something that was different from the norm or different than I've made before or whatnot. And I just keep on coming out to, because I wanted the width of having some HV thrusters out on the sides to give it more stability so it doesn't roll like crazy. I kept on coming up with like this kind of design, which is the same thing as what was going on with this one over here. Same idea, and this actually worked quite well on this one. It gets around nicely. This one obviously is like its bigger brother, but that ain't saying much because things like adding constructors and stuff too, that's just not, they're too expensive for something like this. I better make sure I don't lose this. Anyway, at least if you're new to the game, basic principles on how to build a starter HV at least, using the cheapest stuff you really can. Carbon substrate included, because the body on this is like got no hit points. But this thing also has like almost no weight to it. Doesn't have any storage. That's another thing. It probably really could use a cargo box. but there's just no room. All right. Well, anyway, y'all have yourself a good day. I'm going to try to work on one of these unfinished creations here and maybe get that out this weekend. Now, this I might just direct submit to Excalibur's challenge right quick so he's got it, or as soon as I look it over again and see if I can muster in any more detail or cosmetics to it. Projects ongoing here. Geez, stuff everywhere. The Skaar has really taken over. Yeah, and that experimental miner that I buried under here, that sucks. What a waste of time. I won't use those drills again. Just wanted to see how they worked. It's the first time I was expecting better results than what it actually did, and getting completely stuck all the time. I guess it can kind of work. Finally managed to drill a hole, but not super great. I am excited about this one, though. This one I might bring into Reforged Eden, the creative scenario, and make it work for that one because it runs too many weapons for a standard game. So this may be a Reforged Eden only thing, and that is the plasma gunship, which is going to need a shield, small interior space, some storage, a little bit of storage. The focus on this one is heavily about taking on POI defenses, though, and I didn't really want it in all a ship that just like does everything else too. So I'm thinking limited storage. Well, actually, it's got a bunch of storage in there already. I guess it'll have storage. Maybe a lot for the weapons, though. More room in here. But this one I do think would be effective, especially if shielded and engaging POIs. I'd like to see how it does with shielded POIs too. Running 11 plasmas around, I'd like to see what one shot does to an enemy shield. And I know about one or two, probably about one shot typically, firing all 11 rounds, typically will take out a turret. If it's a really tough turret and you're not totally on center, it might take 2 shots, but if you all know, the plasma guns fire fast, not like the rocket launchers, which are kind of slow. So, anyway, you all have yourself a good day. I will see you later.